Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Here is another reaction video for you. We have starring Maurice and Chioma Nwaoha, titled Perfect Match. So in this movie, Chioma Nwaoha is a street girl. She does hook up to take care of her expensive lifestyle, and Maurice on the other hand patronized her business. You get. So along the line, he needed someone to pretend to be his girlfriend because his mom wants him to get married and have a family. So because he's not ready for marriage, he just needed someone to pretend to be his girlfriend to his mom so that his mom can stop disturbing him. You get. So that was when Chioma came into the picture. So guys, let us watch. It's a reaction video. I'll explain when you watch. Alright, guys. Let's dive into the movie already. Yeah, in this movie, here is Maurice. He hooked up with Chioma. He was kind of drunk over the night. So at the end of the day, they ended up not even doing anything because he was drunk, he was high. So Chioma just allowed him to sleep. You get. They didn't have any one or two on the bed. I don't want to say the names out loud. You understand what I'm talking about? Yeah. So he was drunk and Chioma just allowed him to sleep off. And then he woke up surprised, like wondering what he was doing there. And then he was asking Chioma, "Who are you?" And then he was confused and was like, he said, "This is not my house." And Chioma said, "Relax, of course it's not your house. That you were drunk last night. So I brought you to my house. That you picked me up at the club and you were unable to drive, so I brought you to my house." And then he was like, "Shit, that where is his phone? Where is his car?" And Chioma told him that his car is parked outside. That don't worry, that nothing happened, that he was too drunk to do anything. So he picked up his phone and was about leaving. And Chioma was like, Oga, waiting. He was not like, "Go where? That you need to pay me first." And he was like, "Pay you for what?" And then she said, "Pay me for babysitting you last night. That did you know how many customers I lost yesterday because of you?" So she was like, "Oh God, beg, be generous and show your girl love." So he was just confused, and then he was like, "Okay, no problem." And then he asked her how much. She was like, "Since you are a big boy and you are a fine boy, as a fine guy that you are, you understand, and you're so cute, that you go run your girl like 400,000 naira." And it was like, 400,000 for what? And she was like, "Why are you shouting? Which money did they pay for 5-star hotel? Abi, you think I didn't see your doings in the club? What is your shopping doings in the club? That you are a big boy. You say, I beg, Oga, run transfer for your girl." And then he didn't say anything. She just started calling her account number out immediately. So she told him to bring your phone out. She told him to bring his phone out so that he can run the transfer. And then he gave her his phone for her to put her account details. She's seeing free money. She was just happy. And then she put her details in his phone. And then he sent her the money. And then he was angry actually because it was like, "You're charging 400,000 naira for babysitting. What are you babysitting?" And then she said, "Adult like you, that you don't know you are a full-grown adult. Babysitting an adult costs money." And then he left. So she was like, "So I will keep you all through the night, and you won't pay me for it. Like, which kind of thing that one?" And she was like hailing herself like 400k just for doing nothing. So she was just happy seeing 400k in her account just for doing nothing. So she was just happy and caught up in a moment. And then she noticed that he forgot his phone. Yeah, he forgot his phone actually. Yeah, he drove into his compound. He got home, and on reaching his home, he saw his mom sitting outside. She was happy to see him. And then he was surprised to see her actually. And then he told her that he did not know that she was coming. So she said that she was a bit worried when she came, but you don't have to ask a man where he slept. The important thing that he woke up. And then he asked his mom why she was outside, and then he asked the gate man why didn't he take his mom inside, and the gate man said he doesn't have spare key to the house, and the gate man said, and he said that is he okay, that why didn't he call him so that he can take his mom inside the house. So his mom was happy to see him. I was like, you really look nice. So yeah, he called Chioma and told Chioma that he think he forgot his phone in his house, that he wants to come and get his phone. And then she told him no, that she will send him a dispatch rider, that he can't come to her place again. So he said that the line on his phone is a business line, that please we need his phone quickly, ASAP. And then she said okay, that it's okay, that she will bring it to his house on one condition, that he's going to give her money. And then he said okay, no problem, that he's going to send his address to the phone. And then she said okay, you can send the address, I should be on her way. And then she said bye and hanged up the call. And then she was like, another sharp money. Now wow, just sharp money with passengers get like that. So she was just happy, getting money that she didn't really work for. I mean, what do you expect? So yeah, his mom was advising him, talking to him, and telling him that nothing in this life is worth him dying for. That there is nothing in this life that is worth him dying for. You get that he should not, that the thing that makes a man is his ability to rise stronger and better after 1,000 fall. And then he was just listening to his mom's advice, and his mom told him that you thank God that you didn't lose your life in that horrible woman, that Vivian is in the past, that he should please let her remain there and move on with his life, and he should put himself together and move on with his life and forget about Vivian, and he should look for a good girl, a beautiful one that would dust this previous one 10,000 times and also get married to. And then she said she can also get one for him to get married to if she wants him to. And then the gate man interrupted, came in and told Maurice that there is a lady outside that said she wants to see him. And then he told the gate man to tell her that he will be with her shortly. Then he left. And then he told his mom to excuse him, that he wants to sort something out outside. So the mom stood up, and then he left. And then the mom was like, so my son already has a girl, and I didn't tell him. And then he was outside, he collected his phone, and then she said, my money please. And then he brought out his phone to send her the money she asked for, as he promised that he was going to give her the money. So he sent her the money, and then she said that he should hold on, let her confirm the money. And then she was smiling that she had seen it. So the mom here was amused and was like, so her son already has a girl, and he did not want to tell her about it. He said no way, that she's standing up and she's going to see this one by herself, that seeing is believing. So she wants to use her eyes to see this one. And then she stood up and left outside to go and meet her son and the girl that was with him outside. And then when she got there, she told her to hold on because she was about leaving, and she was like, I'm so sorry. And then Chioma greeted her good day, and then she was like, good day, young lady, you look so good, you look so beautiful, can I touch you? I said, my God, you're so beautiful. And Maurice was like, what is going on here? And then Chioma said, thank you, ma. And then she turned to her son and said that you didn't need to hide this from me, that I trust you, I know you have eyes for good things. And Chioma was like, what's going on? And Maurice was cutting eye for her to play along and pretend like something's really going on between them. And then she turned to Maurice's mom and said, nice to meet you, ma. And then she said, nice to meet you, my dear, that you're so beautiful. And she now invited Chioma in. I told her to come in, let her prepare something for her, that she can't just leave with an empty stomach, that she's happy to meet her. And then Chioma was confused and turned to Maurice and told Maurice, excuse me, what's going on? And Maurice told her, please just play along. It's a long story, but please just pretend to be my girlfriend, okay? And then she laughed and was like, you're joking. That, do you know what time is it? That this is weekend. I have several customers because she's a no-cop girl. And she said, you're crazy. And then he held her back and said, okay, I'll pay her. I'll pay you. I'll pay you double. I'll pay you double of what they offer to pay you. That please just stay and pretend to be my girlfriend for my mother. And then she smiled and said, are you sure? And then he said, yes. She said, double. He said, yes. And then she said, I you know I like money. And then he said, I know you like money. I know you like money. I know you like money. So they just stepped into the house. So yeah, Maurice's mom is asking her what's the nature of her business. That what does she do for a living? And then she was like, see which business? And then she was like, that I mean that her son is in a better position to explain to her. And then she said, what do you mean? That is Tony your manager? That is her son and manager. I'm asking you what do you do for your living, and you're telling me that my son is in a better position to tell me. But then she said that her food is burning, that her food is on the fire and is burning. So she ran off. So this is Maurice's sister. Maurice's sister has been suspecting her that she's a Ron's girl. So he told the mom that she's suspecting her that she's a Ron's girl, that she just tell her, let her just go. So Chioma came in and was looking at Maurice's sister and was staring at her and said, Sonia, is your mother aware that you cheated on your husband? That was why he threw you out of the house. And her mom was surprised and turned to her and was like, what? And Chioma said, oh, she doesn't know. Chioma said, kettle calling pot black. Excuse me, ma. So then she left. Because Maurice's sister is also in the same Ron's girl business that Chioma is also doing. And the mom was confused and asked the daughter that, is this true what she said? And then she said, oh, you fooled me for a very long time. And your brother was saying that I didn't believe you, but you told me that everything is okay between you and your husband. So speak and let me hear you. She didn't say anything.
She just tell the truth.
Did she lie or did she just say the truth? So the lady on question did not say anything, and her mom was like, speak, I want to hear from you.
What she just said,
what she just said, that the allegation she just leveled against you, is it true? And she still did not say anything. So here is Chioma. She's packing off her things to leave Maurice's house because the accusation, the embarrassment of her being a street girl is too much. So Maurice came in, saw her, and was like, that was going on. What is happening? And then she says stop, that she's not interested again, that she's not doing it again, that his mom and his sister has been abusing her and insulting her and embarrassing her. And he was like, what are you talking about? He said, your sister called me a street girl. And I agreed, no problem, but please just allow me to take my things and leave the house in peace. And she said, please, I don't like insults. And then Maurice told her that, why will you admit to be a street girl? And then Chioma says, I know who I am, that your sister seems to know a lot about me. So please, I don't want to come between you and your family. Please, just get me out of here. And then Maurice said, please, just ignore my sister and my mother. I know that you're a good person. That I know that you're a good person. I don't know how this whole street girl thing started. I'm sure it's out of frustration. I feel he's already falling in love with her. I feel he's already liking her. And then he said that I know you have a good heart, and I know that's not who you want to be, and that is not who you are. You're a good person. That's all that matters, and I like you. Okay? So he was trying to comfort her and all that she should not be angry, that she should stay a little more time with him. He's already falling for her, so he apologizes for his mother and his daughter and his sister's behavior. Okay, so yeah, Maurice's sister brought her friend to seduce Maurice so that Maurice can take his eyes off Chioma. And then he was asking his mom, who is she? And then his mom said, this one, very sumptuous, Paparipo. That is your sister's secondary school mate, that I know her since, and I know she will make a very good wife for you. Maurice was just looking at them, this kind of disgust look. and her name is Chioma. See how she's packaged. Look at the way she's looking sumptuous and very beautiful. And then he stood up and said, I'm not in the mood for this. He stood up and left. And then the lady was in question. His mom was not saying that, how will you say you're not in for this beauty? So the lady in question was just staring at her friend and his mom and told his sister, so you didn't inform him about me? And then his sister said that don't worry, it's under my control, that you're going to tell him and he's going to agree for you. He likes you because you're really beautiful, that you are what we want, so don't worry, just calm down. Full package, expensive full package, that's what you are. Yeah guys, in this scene, the Maurice mom has accepted Chioma and they're having a good time talking, discussing, gisting and laughing. And the mom was like, come, let me get you something. So when they were discussing, Maurice came down the step. And Maurice's sister is also with them, seated at the living room. And then Maurice knelt down behind her and was holding up a ring to propose to her. And then when she turned, she was surprised. She was looking at him. I was like, babe, what are you doing? And then Maurice said, baby, that I love you. I love you so much from the bottom of my heart. And the mom was saying, we know. And then he said, I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you so much. So, Miss Karen Johnson, would you do me the honor to be my wife? Will you marry me? And then his mom and his sister were saying, say yes, say yes. So she said yes. And they were happy. He put the ring on her finger. And then she stood up to hug him. So they were very happy. And then they were telling her congratulations. They were happy, enjoying the moment. I mean, at the end of the day, his mom agreed. And they loved her because she's a very nice, despite the fact she's a street girl, she's actually a nice person. And then he said, okay, that we need to celebrate. And then he said, it's coming, let's get some drinks. So she was just showing them her rings. And she was happy. And then she was like, Mom, this is diamond. And then mom was like, yes, it's diamond. And then she was happy and went to meet Maurice where he was. I mean, she wasn't expecting this, but it turned out so fine, turned out so good that they were engaged. And then this is Maurice's sister's husband said that he wants to thank them for the role they played in getting his wife together. And then Chioma said he took the number from Maurice to talk to Maurice's sister's husband for them to hook up. And then she said, and yeah, I am trying to destroy your unhappiness. And Chioma said, I'm over that we're cool, that it's alright. So Maurice's sister said, thank you so much. And his mom said, you are welcome to my home wholeheartedly. I really love her because she's a really nice person. And they kissed again. They're jealous, and me too, I'm jealous. And then she said they're happy now. And then Maurice is the happiest man. And then, so guys, thank you for watching the movie so far. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was worth your time and everything. So please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, subscribe to our channel. Put a comment below on your lessons and what you understand in the movie. Thank you and God bless you for watching.